Health insurance in Thailand. Health insurance for foreigner in Thailand. There are several reasons why medical insurance for foreigners in Thailand is not just a good idea, but a crucial matter to consider for several reasons. Even though hospital treatment is cheap in Thailand by Western, particularly American standards, any reasons serious inpatient treatment such as surgery or cancer treatments, for example, can be painfully expensive at a top notch hospital and can obviously put a hang stain on your freelance. Also, retired experts now need to show health insurance documentation to be eligible for their yearly retirement extensions. So let's take a look at some of the key points to consider when choosing a policy. Foreign or Thai insurance policy. When you first come to Thailand, you may already hold comprehensive travel or medical insurance for your home city. For your home country, experts who's obtain the long stay non-immigration OA visa from their home country will need to show evidence of a health insurance policy that cover the holder from 40,000 with 1,340 outpatient and 40,000 with inpatient cost as a minimum. This policy can be from a insurance provider in your home country or one in Thailand. However, an important point to note is that once you can come to obtain your yearly extension at a immigration office in Thailand, it will be to be from a approved that insurance company has something to be aware if you are considering purchasing a new policy before traveling. COVID-19 insurance. The outbreak of COVID-19 caused the Thai government to bring in new regulations, meaning that anyone traveling to Thailand, regardless of age, will be required to show an insurance policy with coverage of a minimum 1 million of medical treatment, including COVID-19 coverage of arrival at the airport. It will also need to cover you waste in Thailand for the entire duration of your stay. If you don't need all of these requirements, then you won't be allowed to enter the country. So it's very vital to check and double check your policy before traveling. Just because your current policy is sufficient for your embassy to issue you with a visa does not mean that it will cover COVID-19. So if ensure contact an insurance provider to confirm that this insurance for non-immigrant OA visa as mentioned. A policy from your home country would likely have been used to obtain your any vital visa to enter Thailand. But when you attend your local immigrant to obtain your 1 year retirement extension, the policy will need to be from an approved Thai insurance provider. The approved provider are LMG, the variant Pacific Cross, Falcon, Thai Vita, AXA Insurance Thailand, Navakis, Dipaya, Asia Insurance, Atentna, and Shoppo Insurance. You will need to obtain your policy in plenty of time, as you will be required to present all of the original documents when applying for your extension. Again, the policy will need to cover an absolute minimum 40,000 baht outpatient and 40,000 baht inpatient cost. Note: foreigner with a retirement visa based on a non-immigrants or visa will be not required to have health insurance by immigration via Baria. How to obtain your policy? If you are in Thailand already, the assist obtain is to go to an insurance broker and have them do all the legwork for you. Ring assist to make an appointment and find out that documents they wasn't want to see. There are insurance brokers in very Thai town, and if you are in an area popular with tourists and expects, it should be easy to find one that speak English. Alternatively, you can look at the website for the above companies and use their online tool to obtain a quote. After entering your details and choose the provider who is offer the best value. Be careful when choosing your policy and don't just automatically go for the cheapest. Take care to examine the fine print, particularly the exclusive. Another important point to consider is the insurance repulsion, as many will do their utmost to avoid paying any claim, legitimate or not. It's now fairly easy to research the companies when online review sites being very popular. Insurance policy inclusions: health insurance for expatriates and local living in Thailand may avail the following insurance policy inclusion, but limited to: high cover for hospitalization and outpatient, full cover for cancer treatments, full cover for new chronic conditions, dental, mentally, and health check-up option, pre-exciting conditions, and be covered if declared and accepted, generate returnability, multiple international coverage options, coverage for consideration congenital animals, insurance policy exclusions. It's important to consider the exclusions of is policy, as most policies come with a long it of then all written into the fine print, and once you have your policy in place, always be mindful of what you are and are not covered to avoid a financial disaster. Some of the more common exclusive include the following: if you false information in provide when applying for your policy will be null and avoid, although you might not realize that until you come to make a claim. If you have any pre-existing medical conditions when you do not declare, then your policy will also be avoid. Very few policies will cover you for motorcycle accidents, with this being sadly very common in Thailand, with expensive repercussions. Never assume you are covered for such events unless you have a double checked with your provider first. Even the ones that do cover you will apply pay out if you hold a valid Thai motorcycle insurance or international driving permit. Wearing a helmet and not drug any alcohol and could provide that you are not a fault. If you will be driving a lot, then it would make sense to take out a separate policy for this. anything to do with alcohol or alcoholism. Alcoholism. If you are an alcoholic or heavy drinker and people can know about it, expect the insurance to use a provide investigation investigator who will uncover that fact, and any claim will be immediately decided. Likewise, if you were even mentally inebriated at the time of the inside, they will not pay out any losses caused by a natural disaster, an act of God, or by an act of terrorism will not be covered. Any injuries or losses caused by dangerous activities such as rock climbing, water sports, or even cycling will usually not be covered. This can even go as far as any sports altogether, but policies vary on this, so check when applying if you intend to engage in any kind of support or activity. Sexually transmitted diseases are likely to not be covered by most policy unless specifically stated. HIV treatment can be particularly expensive, so that's something to consider if you are sexually active. Got a quite. Although Thailand is generally a very safe country, things can and do some things go wrong no matter how healthy or courteous you consider yourself to be. Taking your time to select the policy and matches your needs instead of just choosing the cheapest option will be time and money very well spent. Choosing a policy can be confusing, so if in doubled hit to an against will assist you very step of the way, enabling you to enjoy your time in Thailand without worry. With insurance no mandatory to enter the country and obtain your visa extension, it's something and that very visitors to Thailand needs to deal with. You may check on the link below to get a quote for your health insurance in Thailand.